Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you.
All right, folks, we got Bitcoin coming in at 22,900, Ethereum at 1646, and Mr. Cardano at 39 cents. Any major pumpers today? Well, we still got VeChain at 2.5 cents. We still got our old friend Theta at above $1.10, $1.12 right now. We're at $1.20 yesterday, so a little bit of a dumper there. So what we're seeing today is a lot of these AI coins are taking a little bit of a breather. I made a video yesterday telling people probably not a good time to buy a lot of these AI coins. They've gone up hundreds of percent, and it does look like we're seeing a little bit of a dump today. We got Singularity down 21%, but it's pumped 200% over the last week, so you would kind of expect that. The question is, do I think now's a good time to buy some of these AI projects? I don't know. I think there's more room to dump. I think a lot of the money's been made, at least for right now, on these projects. I mean, if you want to dump a little bit of money into Singularity, like a few $100 right now on this 22% dump, okay, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I think eventually Singularity in 2024, will be higher than it is right now. But you have to remember, these AI coins have pumped all month, and I think a lot of the big money is going to be taking the money out of these AI coins, and they're going to pump something else now. Now, what's the next thing they're going to pump? Could be Metaverse, could be Layer 1s, could be Cardano. I found this article. Cardano whale activity reaches 9-month high. Cardano price hike imminent. So the way it works with these coins, folks, is you'll have one group of coins pump, then the money will get taken out, then another group will pump, then another group will pump. They don't all pump at the same time. So I think these AI coins may be taking a little bit of a pullback now, and you might see some of these layer ones like Cardano. Maybe Cardano will be next. Maybe Cardano will pump up to $1. You just never know. That's why you don't want to chase. You don't want to be that guy who I'm going to sell my Cardano right now, and I'm going to go buy the Graph or Singularity. And then the minute you do that, the AI coins dump, and then your Cardano goes up to $1. So that's what you have to be careful with. That's why I learned a long time ago not to chase in this market. I know I missed the AI run. Okay, I'm an idiot. I should have bought some of these AI coins a month ago, but I didn't. There's going to be plenty of time to buy these AI coins in the coming months. Sure, a couple $100 right now on some of these coins that have dumped 20%, 15%. Okay, but they definitely have more room to dump. I mean, there's definitely a lot of risk in it. I want to talk a little bit about Hex. I've been telling people to buy Hex for the last couple months. You can find my videos. I put a bunch of money in Hex when it was down like 2 cents or something like that. I don't even know. Where's the Hex chart? And now Hex is up to 0.05. It's up like 250%. And the funny thing is about Hex, I bought a ton of it right here. This is when I was making my YouTube videos, telling people you got to buy Hex, you got to buy Hex. Everything Richard Hart turns to gold. Now, this thing ended up pumping 200% in the last month, and I completely didn't even notice it. I bought my Hex, and I just you know what? I'll check back on this in 2024. We'll see where it is. And then I checked yesterday, and my portfolio is over double, and I'm just what the hell just happened? So that's the thing, folks. It looks like Hex did bottom out down here. That's when I bought. If you bought Hex with me, it looks like you probably bought Hex at the bottom. And there's a lot of room to go up for Hex. I can tell you that for sure. I mean, if you look at the long-term chart, Hex definitely has a lot of room. Oh, yeah, Hex definitely has a lot of room to go. So we could go to another 20, 30, 40, 50x from here. So I'm glad I bought my Hex. Like I said, folks, everything Richard Hart pretty much turns to gold. Everything he touches. He was calling for a $12,000 Bitcoin. We got down to 15. Okay, that's close enough. Yeah, I'll take it. Nobody gets it perfectly. If I sell you guys, look, I think Bitcoin next bull market is going to have a high of $110. Say I said that. And say we go to $105,000 and then we dump. Does that mean I'm an idiot? No, I called it. you're not going to get it perfectly. It's not going to be like, oh, Bitcoin hit $12,000. That was the bottom, just like Richard Hart said. No, it hit 15. I think Bitcoin went down to like 14.9 on some exchanges. Okay, if the low for Bitcoin was 15,000, Richard Hart was calling for a 12. Close enough for me, folks. It's not an exact science. These markets, you're making predictions that are not exact. So Hex more popular than Binance Coin, up 143%. This is from yesterday. I think a lot of the reason that Hex pumped is they got that Pulse chain coming out. Or they've been talking about this Pulse chain for a while. But I think Richard Hart's trying to time the release of Pulse chain to as we're going into a bull market. So when that comes out, that's going to take Hex even higher. So keep an eye out, folks. If Hex gets a pullback, I'd much rather be buying Hex right now than some of these AI projects, because I just feel like Hex has already survived, a couple years. It's been through a bull market. It's been through a bear market, and I do trust Richard Hart. Now, but you have to remember, everything with Hex depends on Richard Hart. If Richard Hart drops dead tomorrow, goes to jail, or just gives up on the project, Hex is pretty much finished. So there is some risk involved, but a lot of these new AI coins that just popped up last month, that's really risky. And I found this article: Bitcoin ATM operator CoinCloud files for bankruptcy with liabilities of $100 million to $500 million. I remember a couple years ago, everybody was like, I'm going to get Bitcoin ATMs. I'm going to make $1 billion. I'm going to buy these ATMs, and I'm going to put them in 7-Elevens and gas stations. And everybody who did that ended up losing their shirt. I remember Crypto Crow was talking about that too. That's the worst idea. You have to dish out all that money for the ATMs. Then you have to pay all the fees. Then you have to get SEC registered. You have to register with the state. It's like the slot machine from hell. It's like the vending machine from hell. And these things really didn't take off. You would see some of them occasionally, but what's the point of a Bitcoin ATM? The whole thing is just so stupid. So yeah, you're kind of seeing that Bitcoin ATM bubble kind of collapsing, which I think it should. I mean, it's just so stupid. I'm kind of happy to see that. Anyway, folks, I want to talk a little bit about Theta and Web3. When I first got into Theta, there was some psychic who was predicting $1,000 Theta. This was back when Theta was 2 or 3 cents. I bought a bunch of it. I did well last bull market, and right now Theta is 60-70% of my portfolio. One reason I think Theta is going to do extremely well is it's really big into Web3. So what is Web3? It's an idea for new iterations of the World Wide Web, which incorporates concepts such as decentralization, blockchain technology, and token-based economics. So basically, in a nutshell, Web3 is the future of the internet. Right now, we're kind of still in that beta phase of the internet. Web3 is the next iteration. And that's why I think Theta, if you look, well, first I want to show, if you just type in Web3, here's a story right here. NYU to launch Web3 learning workshop in partnership with Near Protocol. The course exposes students to the technology underlying the industry with hands-on experience working with Web3. Algorand to drive Web3 adoption in India through key partnerships. If you just Google Web3, it's just it's all over the place. It's clearly this is the future of the internet. This is where it's going. I'm not a tech guy, so if you're looking for a tech explanation of Web3, I'm not the guy to give it to you. But I am a guy who can pretty much see the future, and I've done pretty well. And on Web3 and applications that use Web3, cryptocurrencies that are involved with Web3, companies that are involved with Web3 are going to do extremely well. And one of those companies that we love is Theta. Theta, here's an article, top 3 Web3 cryptocurrencies. And of course, you have Theta on that list. A peer-to-peer Web3 network. Theta's goal is to allow users to send video to users from a giant enterprise accessor like Sony, Samsung, Google, and so on. And of course, not only does Theta work on Web3, Theta is also a metaverse project, decentralized video. It's kind of like a one-shop stop. It's oh, I want to invest in Web3. Okay, Theta. Oh, I want to invest in decentralized video. Oh, Theta. Hey, I think I want to invest in gaming in a metaverse project. Oh, Theta. That's what I love about Theta. It just incorporates everything. And the more and more I research Web3, the more and more I research Theta, this $1,000 price prediction from Michelle Whitedub, who actually recently passed away, is more and more feasible. I could totally see Theta in the next 5 years being $1,000. $100 is like a no-brainer. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Theta is $100 by 2024. But I like to keep my predictions conservative. That's why I'm sticking to $20-$25. But you want to be investing in the future. You know, we already know what's going on right now. We know Web3 is the future of the internet, and that's the kind of thing you want to be getting in. A lot of people are getting into AI right now. AI may or may not be a fad. I don't know. So that's why I'm not willing to put as much into it. It's only been, you know, these AI cryptos have only been around for just like the last few months, to be honest with you. And that fad could end at any moment. But we know Web3 is the future. So just a little pep talk here on Theta. You know, Theta went from 72 cents to $1.20. We're down to like $1.13 right now. I'm thinking a $2 Theta if once Bitcoin passes $25,000, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Maybe an $8 Theta by the end of the year, and then we're basically going to blast off going into the next bull market. So I highly encourage people to do some more research on Theta. Look at all they're involved with. Like I said, it's a one-shop stop for pretty much everything, and I think it's going to blow people's minds in the coming years. All right, folks, that's pretty much it for the day. Like and subscribe.